How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here, bringing you guys a tips and tricks beginner's guide for Minecraft Pixelmon. This is going to be the ultimate tool for all of you guys that want to get into Minecraft Pixelmon, but you may be intimidated because you may not know anything about Pokemon, you may not know anything about Minecraft, but with this guide, I'll show you guys everything that you need to know in order to get your Minecraft Pixelmon adventure started. So, if you guys are excited for it, definitely smash that like button, and of course, share the video with a friend. So, what I'm going to cover right off the bat is going to be the user interface. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys like you don't know too much about Minecraft. If you guys know a lot about Minecraft, then you're going to be way ahead than everyone. Awesome. Keep watching. I'll cover some more advanced techniques a little bit later. Or, if you guys would like, jump into the description below and click on a timestamp on a subject that you guys would like to see me cover. You can skip right to it. So, nonetheless, without further ado, I'll give you guys a quick tutorial of the user interface. Now, of course, you guys can see I'm in a different view over here. If you press F5 on your keyboard, you can switch to first-person view, which is the main view you're going to be using. You can do the behind-the-shoulder third-person view, and of course, the right in front of your face third-person view as well, simply by pressing F5. Now, of course, if you move your mouse around, you can kind of view around. That's how you look in the game. If you want to move, you're going to use W to move forward, S to move back, D to move right, and A, of course, to move left. So that's pretty much how you move around in Minecraft. The right click is to interact with movable objects or to place objects down. And of course, the left click is to use whatever item that's in your hotbar, which is right over here, as you guys can see. There, done. So this is your hotbar. Now you can choose a couple items to put inside there. Whatever you want to put into there, if you press the E key, you can pretty much click and place anything into your hotbar right over there. So if I want a lucky egg over here, or let's say I found some cobblestone, you're going to put in your hotbar, you're going to use your mouse wheel to scroll over to said item. And of course, you can build accordingly by right-clicking. Done. And then there you go. And that's your first steps on building some blocks. Of course, you can destroy by using a block to break your said blocks. But of course, it'll take a long time. So you're going to need some tools for that. We'll get into tools a little bit later. But as you can see, I broke that block and it is now gone. We're going to leave that block there just for now. I'll get rid of it later. Okay, so that's pretty much how you mess around with the user interface here. We're going to jump inside my house. One of the other things that I want to show you guys is your Pokemon interface. How this works is you can actually see all your Pokemon in your party, all 6 of them, right along the side on the screen over there. So with that, yeah, it's going to be right over here where you can see different Pokemon. I'm actually in the middle of doing some breeding right now. And yes, you can breed in the game. It's super cool. So you can breed, you can have any kind of Pokemon. I'll show you guys that over here, these are the equip items on said Pokemon. So I've got some lucky eggs over here. You can use any kind of item and make them hold it if it's a Pokemon held item. I don't think these guys can hold oak wood. Yeah, they can't do that. If it's a Pokemon hold item, simply click and then let go of it right over there. So that's pretty much it. When you jump into Minecraft, you're going to be able to choose your starter Pokemon from anywhere from generation 1 through 6 as of recording this video. And that's pretty fun. So you can choose Charmander, you can choose Piplup. I heard you like Mudkips, so you can even choose Mudkip. And once you eventually get them, that'll be your very first Pokemon. And once you have them in your team, you can actually scroll through with the arrow keys, and you can see the different highlights happening right over on the side over there. And whoever's highlighted with your arrow key and you press the R key on your keyboard, you can actually call them out, which is super fun. They have nice models in the game. Not all of them are 3D at this time of recording, but I know they're working on it. So here goes Charizard. If you have a flying Pokemon or any kind of Pokemon, you can mount them simply by having your hand emptied. As you guys can see, nothing's in my hotbar right over there. And if you go onto Charizard, you can actually mount him. And you can fly around. You can do a whole bunch of fun stuff with him. If you want to dismount, you press the left shift, and you're good to go. If you want to retrieve him back into the Pokeball, press R one more time. So I'll show you guys really quick. We're going to toss this out. Here's our Charizard. We're going to jump up and we're going to fly around. So that's one of the main reasons why I personally chose Charizard, is because you can fly around anywhere, you can take a look at anything, and you have a lot more ease of access to a lot of things within the game. So as you guys can see, our community is looking pretty huge right now. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. So that's pretty much how you move around in Minecraft in a nutshell. Of course, there's going to be a couple things, but I want you guys to experiment with that. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to open up the chat interface, and I'll tell you guys about that. Okay, so let's retrieve our Charizard. by pressing the R key. We're going to go back into our house over here and close the door so no one can bother us. All right, so the chat interface is pretty fun. What you can do is you can press the escape key. If you go over to options, you can go into chat settings. You can turn chat for commands only. You can do chat completely hidden, or of course you could do chat shown. And for this tutorial, I'll show you guys chat shown so that you can do some fun stuff with it. Now, of course, there are rules with the chat. You don't want to be obnoxious and type in all caps and, you know, spam the chat or advertise stuff. Of course, just common sense stuff. So, yeah, keep in mind that there are rules to the game. As soon as you spawn into the game, there's a whole room full of rules. And I want you guys to read that before you go into it. So, you can also see, if you press the T key, you can see the chat history. So if you scroll up with your mouse wheel, you can see anything that has happened pretty much in the main time. You can see people talking. You can see a whole bunch of good stuff. So once you press the T key, you can say hello to everyone. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Boom. So as you guys can see right over there, you can chat with everyone inside there. It's just going to be a scrolling chat that keeps on going through. Also, if you press the T key, you can actually see what kind of status people are at. You can see co-owner status, you can see platinum status. I'll get into statuses a little bit later. But of course, you can see starter status. That's where everyone starts out. And of course, I did indeed get a VIP status. I'll tell you guys about that later. But yeah, there's everything. You can see their status. If you want to send a direct message to someone, we can do that. It's so open up the chat, and then whoever's name you want to send a direct message to, like SYO31, you can actually click on their name, and it'll do the shortcut, which is /MSG, which is how you send direct messages. /MSG space whatever username, and you can send a message. Like I'll say, hey, thanks for the trade earlier, and then send it. And you can also see on the chat right now, if it's this light gray, you know that it's not public. It's just to you sending a direct message to SY031. Boom. And of course, there's so many things that you can do in the chat. There's so many kinds of commands. If you ever use, let's see, use /help, you can go over 12 pages of many different kinds of commands. So you can see over here, there's all this. You can go to the next page, page 12. You can see a whole bunch of stuff. So if you're ever curious as to how to do a certain command in the game, you can easily jump into there and go for it. So that's great. So now that our chat is on, I'm actually going to, for the tutorial sake, I'm going to turn it off just so it's not spamming the entire time. So remember how to turn off the chat. You simply press escape. You go over to options. You go to chat settings, chat, hidden, done. Actually, you know what? Here, we're just going to do commands only. Okay. Boom. So here we go. And he said thanks for the trade as well. See, that's cool. Like, the community's great. All right. So what are we going to talk about now? We're going to talk about shop rewards. And this is one of the things that is the most important within Minecraft Pixelmon. So shop rewards a little bit later. Let's do it. So we're going to do /warp ranks. So whenever you do /warp ranks, you're going to head on over here to this type of shop. Now, what's really cool about this is the more you play on the server, the more perks you're going to get that will help you in your Minecraft adventure. For example, everyone starts off in the starter rank. If you guys can see this right over here, the very first thing that you are going to get is joining the game. You automatically start with that. You're going to get an iron pickaxe, iron axe, iron hammer, iron shovel, gold shovel, 16 Pokeballs, and you get the cooldown of 30 minutes. So for every 30 minutes that you play on the server, you can actually claim this kit one more time. And I'll show you guys exactly how to do that. So here we go. We are on the starter one. Let's say we just started the game and we want to claim this kit. So we do /kit list. And it'll show you all of the kits that you have access to within the game. I have access to all of them, and I'll show you guys how to get access to all of them very soon. But anyway, one of the first things that you want to do is get the starter kit. Boom, click on starter, and then now if you take a look at your inventory, you have everything that the starter kit said. You got the iron pickaxe, you don't have to craft it. You got an axe, you got a shovel, you got a golden shovel, you got a starter set of 16 Pokeballs. And of course you have a hammer. So some basic tools that will definitely help you with your Minecraft. So right over here, as you keep on playing the game, you'll eventually get up into silver ranking. Now, what you have to do for silver ranking is play for at least 5 hours and have a $1,000 balance. Of course, you can get, what do you get in this one? It shows 16 potions, 8 great balls, old running shoes, a fishing rod, item finder, and an orb. And the cooldown for this is every 1 hour. So, of course, at any given time, I can click to redeem the silver kit. And boom, what do you know? The kit items, the old running boots, you want to put them right over here. You can click and drag them onto your character so that you can actually run faster. Now I have some great balls. I've got a fishing rod. Of course, you got an item finder, some orbs, and some potions. So yeah, you got a lot of good stuff. And you can combine items in case you have like items right over there. So keep on going. You have the gold rank, etc., etc. Let's look at the gold rank. You have to play for 15 hours, you get 16 iron ingots, 8 ultra balls, 8 super potions, an old rod, and you could set 1 home. And the cooldown is for 2 hours. So that's the gold one. Here goes the ruby one. 30 hours, 30,000 balance. You get 16 rubies, 8 quick balls, revives, good rod. Very cool. Cooldown is 5 hours. So it just keeps on going. You get some really good perks for spending time on the server and playing the game. Look at this. 16 emeralds, 8 dusk balls, a super rod. Right over here is a sapphire ranking. You get 16 sapphires, hyper potions, timer balls, all good stuff. Pearl, you can get 16 silicon, 8 max potions, whale merpail, a lot of apricorns. Right over here, diamond ranking. You get 5 rare candies. Oh, that's really good. 32 premier balls, 8 full restores. You got a lot of good stuff. Diamond shovel, you get diamond tools. Right over here is platinum. You get a master ball. You get 8 max revives. Max revives are really good. You get ranch upgrades, golden hourglass. You get, what is this? Six Pokemon paintings and a film and camera, so you can start taking pictures of Pokemon like it's Pokemon Snap. And then of course you have the last one, which is Pokemaster. You get Master Ball, 16 rare candies, and you can set 3 homes. This is all really good. Remote access to your PC. You can do Poke Heal. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. Now, you're saying, okay, well, what if I don't want to play for how many hours to be Pokemaster? What is this? What if I don't want to play for 500 hours and have a $1.5 million balance in money? What if you don't want to do that? Well, there's a very simple way to do so, simply by becoming a donator. Now, this actually costs real-life money, so if you become a VIP like me right over here, it only costs $8. And that's a huge steal, because if you donate right over here, you're going to get a lot of good stuff. You're going to get a Master Ball right out the bat. You'll get some GS Balls, 16 Premier Balls, 16 Rare Candies. You'll get to set 3 homes, and you can have access to shrines, which you can get the legendary birds. You get a private grinder. You get remote access. You can do Poke Heal, which allows you to heal at any time. And of course, you can recolor your Pokemon's name, but the cooldown is for every 3 days. Now, some of you guys are wondering, okay, well, how do I donate? It's pretty simple. You go to slash, what is it? Shop? I think it's shop. Hold on, what is, slash buy, I'm sorry. Slash buy allows you to do it. So if you go into slash buy, come over here and you'll see, dun dun dun, you can see a whole bunch of stuff, new and popular stuff. Let's see. Yeah, these are pretty much the rank upgrades. You can be, you get to drop $12 to, if you're already VIP, you can become Immortal. You can go to Dominator, and that's the last one for $60. You got a lot of cool perks over here. So new and popular, let's take a look over here. Shiny Froakie, that's awesome. You get Shiny Frogadier, Shiny Greninja, you get some random shiny Pokemon. You could buy them straight outright. You get a random legendary for $10, which is awesome. Poke Crate keys, let's see, what else you can do. Claim box, let's see, money, you can get rare candies. Let's take a look. Okay, so rare candies, you can buy 100 rare candies for $25, and 1 rare candy is $1. That's awesome. And you can look at any Pokemon you want. So this is Generation 5. You can take a look at Snivy, any of these guys, and you can scroll through. You can do some pretty serious shopping. And if you guys have any specific favorite Pokemon or a shiny Pokemon that you're looking for, you can straight out buy it, and that's amazing. It'll save so much time, especially if you have favorites, right? So let's say I wanted a shiny Greninja. Boom. So what you would do is right over here, to buy this item in your package, click on here. And by doing so, you can copy it to the clipboard, and then jump onto the site. Let's see if this site will actually open up. Yeah, it will. Cool. So it's not full screen. Let me see if I can do full screen. Yeah, this is a little bit better. And I could zoom in a little bit. Okay, So you have to be logged in order to use it. So please choose which server you want it on. You would choose, yeah, sure, beta server. I think that's number 5. You continue, and then you would simply put, okay, shiny Greninja, 28 bucks. That's a lot, but it is worth it though. Like a shiny Greninja is black. It looks awesome. You can show it off to your friends. And then of course you can go and do payment method, PayPal, and payment wall, and then just pretty much purchase from then on. That's going to be really fun. So take a look at that. That's exactly how you go into the store. We're going to jump right back in. I'll get rid of this window. And we're pretty much back. So, aside from dropping the $8, you can purchase many different things within the game. And it's totally worth it. I would totally do it. Because at least do the $8 so that you can bypass all of these and have access to Master Balls, have access to rare candies, a bunch of good stuff. So taking a look, VIP is great. Immortal gives you, let's see, 8 Master Balls. Wow, that's only $20. That's really good. The cooldown's 7 days, so once a week, you can legit get 8 Master Balls, 8 Park Balls, 32 GS Balls, 32 Premier Balls, and 16 Rare Candies. You can set 5 homes, and you get all the things from the previous one. So that's really cool. And then, of course, if you want to drop $60, you'll be good to go. I mean, seriously, you will. That's great. So 8 Master Balls, 8 Park Balls, 32 Balls, 16 Rare Candies. You get 5 homes. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, you got a lot of good stuff. Move set, move list shows all learnable moves of a Pokemon. Slash fly. There's a lot of good stuff for this. So I would implore you guys to definitely look around. And of course, it helps the server too. Like, it helps the community grow a lot more. So think about that. Donators and staff. So that is really it. Remember, again, it's going to be /kit list in order to claim any of the kits that you guys have access to. It's so important whenever you guys do that. Like, put a timer into your game. Like, hey, oh, it's 15 minutes. I can claim my starter kit and get the free Pokeballs. Or it's been 30 minutes. I can claim my gold stuff and get the free Great Balls. So that's good. So now that we have talked about kits, we're going to move on to covering the tour of the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to /spawn. Spawn. Boom. So /spawn is awesome because this is pretty much the hub, like the main hub of the entire game. We can show you guys exactly what's up over here. Here are the Pokemon healers that anyone can use. Simply put, right-click on it, and whatever Pokemon are in your party, you'll throw them onto there. They'll heal up a little bit, and you'll be good to go with that. So boom, heal up, and now your Pokemon are at full HP. So let's look around. Other places that you can go are right up here. In case you wanted to run, you would double tap the forward key, and you can run. So right up top over here are some PCs where you can access all your different Pokemon that you have inside your boxes. There are many different boxes. There's 16 boxes worth. I don't know if you guys will honestly fill up all the boxes, but more power to you. And in case you wanted to switch Pokemon, you can easily just click on one and then click on the other, and then it switches exactly like that. Right over here is a trade station. Simple trades. I mean, in case you wanted your Graveler to evolve, your Alakazam, your Machamp, your Gengar, all that stuff. Simply right-click over here, choose what Pokemon you want to trade, and then click on Ready. And then you can actually trade just like that. So that's really fun. And there's some trading stations over here. So that's great. All right, so right over, I guess underneath, that's exactly where we'll go. We're going to go over here, and I'll show you guys underneath. Boom. This is actually the in-game shop. So you can see Pokeballs, TMs, miscellaneous items, held items. I've shown this in my episode 1, that there's so many cool things that you can straight out buy if you have the money for it. You can buy all these different fossils, which is pretty fun. You can buy some furniture. You can buy a healer machine, fossil machine, PC for your house. Of course, you can buy straight up Pokeballs. You can buy Master Balls. You can buy all the healing different items. And of course, you can get HMs within the game. HMs are also really good. Right over this way, you can get some evolution items for your Pokemon that evolve by trading while holding an item. Right over here, you can see some other evolution items, such as stones. You can see the EXP All, which is super useful. I carry it on me every time. You need this, so save up your 10k and give the EXP All. Lucky Egg is also another good item to hold on to. It boosts the amount of experience you get. And of course, a Soothe Bell in case you have a Pokemon that evolves from happiness. We've got some incenses over here, and of course, some EV training items. And you're going to need these for the EV training area, right? So, speaking of EV training, we'll jump right into it. We'll go right over there, and I'll show you guys the warps, too. So let's just run out. I'll show you guys where exactly it is in case you don't want to warp around and you just want to run. So here is the area. Oh, nice. We've got some pretty cool beacons in case you guys are looking for things to do. Like you can see right over here, there's a blue beacon, which is a different area, and this one right over here is a different colored beacon. So this is the Grinder and EV Station. I'll tell you guys exactly about this. And also in Pixelmon, random Pokemon will actually come out and attack you. So I'm going to run away from this thing. This level 6 Rattata is like too scary. It's too scary to even think about. Like I don't honestly want to think about him too much. He's too scary. All right, so we're going to go over here. These are simple warps. You can go to Basic Grinder. So if you click on this, you're going to warp over to the Grinder area. Now in this area, this is pretty much where you want to go at the very beginning of the game because your level 5 Pokemon will probably not stand a chance against Pokemon in the wild. So simply put, head on over here and grind your Pokemon. Depending on what starter you chose, you'll have a type advantage over everyone. So look, if you start off with Squirtle, you can go over here to the little grinder with a lot of water weak Pokemon. You can see a whole bunch of, let's see, yeah, this Numel over here, level 23, probably a little bit too strong for you. But of course, here's a level 5 baby Numel that's getting spiked by this cactus. And of course, there's healing areas over here that you can heal and then go and battle a Pokemon. How you battle Pokemon is pretty simple. All you have to do is launch your Pokemon directly at them. So press the R button and you'll immediately start a battle. So here we go, you're going to fight. Of course, I'm way overpowered compared to this Magby, but you'll gain experience, and that's really how you do it. You toss out your Pokemon, you aim for them, and then you just go from there. So looking good. So this is the basic grinder area. I don't necessarily need these. Oh, if you ever have items that you don't necessarily need, like this, what is this called? Blaze powder? I don't know what this thing's for. You can hold on to it and press the K button to learn what it's all about. You'll open up a window, you'll jump to the wiki site. Or, of course, you can press the Q button and just launch them into the recycling bin and get rid of them. So that's exactly that. Now, one of the things that is pretty cool about Pokemon is EV training. Effort values, making sure your Pokemon is the strongest that it can be. Simply put, head on over here to the EV training area, and you can EV train your Pokemon, which is awesome. So this is right over here. If you launch your Pokemon in, this is the EV for special attack. So for my Charizard, I'm already EV trained, maxed out. But in case you started with someone that you want to spend some special EVs on, you'd simply toss your Pokemon in here, fight them with whatever move, and then rinse and repeat. Just keep on doing that until your Pokemon is maxed out in whatever stat. And of course, you'll get some random stuff. Oh, wow, look at that, a boss. Okay, and I guess I should cover boss Pokemon, right? So, boss Pokemon are different levels of, I guess, the same Pokemon. As you guys can see, this is a level 94 Vileplume, which is insane. I'm still going to attempt to beat it with like a 2-hit KO. Petal Dance nearly rocked me. But if you ever come across these, if you beat them, you'll get massive experience. You guys see that I got 2,000 experience for that. And of course, every time you beat a boss, I don't need to learn Heat Wave. Every time you beat a boss, you'll get some cool items. A Magmarizer, that's cool. In case I wanted to get a Magmortar. An Everstone, and of course some Bridge Mail. So that's fun. I was able to get a couple items simply by beating him. And the more, I guess, the tougher the boss is, like ultimate status, the better items you'll get off of him. I guess it goes uncommon bosses, and then it goes rare, and then legendary, and then ultimate. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you get the point. So right over here, you can right-click and heal your Pokemon in between your grinding sessions. Now, some of you guys are wondering, okay, well, how do I know what EVs I'm at? And that is a good question. You have to be a silver ranking or higher. If you're a starter rank, then you won't be able to see it. But once you're a silver rank, if you use /EVs, and then whatever slot, if you take a look over here, Charizard is on slot number 6 right now. So that means that if I want to check out Charizard's EVs, I would do /EVs space 6. And it shows you exactly Charizard's EVs right now. You see how many HP, how many special attacks, speed, all that stuff, to make sure that you have maxed out at 510. If I wanted to see Kingdra's EVs, I would do EVs, what is that, 3? He's in slot 3? No, he's in slot 4. So you can see Kingdra's. And you can do the same thing for IVs as well. So IVs for 4, you can see my Kingdra's IVs really, wow, how did I get a very good special attack IV? I didn't even notice that he had that. That's great. That's really all I need. So that was awesome. So Kingdra's decent. You can check out EVs and IVs. You can head on over here. This is the station for attack. This is the station for defense. speed, and of course, special defense and HP. They'll give you a lot of good gains. And of course, if you couple the power items that we shown in the shop, you'll go a lot better. Okay, so we showed you guys about trading. Let's actually go back. So we're going to do /spawn. And we're going to run over here. So we covered this beacon area over here, this yellow beacon. Let's actually come over to this way. So this way is the move tutor area. And the move tutor area is pretty cool. You can go over here. He's got a whole bunch of moves that you can teach to any Pokemon simply by clicking on him, clicking on Charizard, and you can see all of the list, the entire list of all different items that you can teach. So, of course, if I wanted to teach him Fire Pledge, it'll show, you know, can learn right over here in this spot. I guess I'm kind of in the way, but it costs. It costs some materials in order to use them. So that's pretty cool. You can also go over to the Move Relearner and have Charizard relearn any move, which is also very amazing. So any Pokemon, Move Relearner is super free, and you're good from there. What's down here? Oh, yeah, you can do some other fun stuff. This is Fossil Restoration for free. In case you have a fossil, you can click it on here, you can clean it, and then once it's cleaned, you could bring it in here and then claim it. So that's really awesome. Okay, so we are going to get out of here. Okay, so we learned about fossils. Move tutors we learned about. Let's actually talk about the next thing, which is one of the most important ones, which is the gym area. And this is exactly how you gain badges, and probably one of the best ways of leveling up your Pokemon within the game. Once you can handle it, of course. So these are the gyms. You're going to start with the Pewter Gym and then move your way on. The Misty inside the Water Gym, of course, Cerulean Gym. This is Vermilion, the Electric Gym. You got Celadon, and you keep on going through. Now, keep in mind that these gyms aren't going to be easy. Brock is not a pushover at all. You guys can take a look over here. And the staff has done an amazing job of recreating each one of these gyms. So I highly suggest you guys come on over here and take a look around. Even if you wanted to catch some Pokemon that are not normally around, you can go catch a Sandshrew in this gym. Or maybe you'll find some Geodudes or something like that. Who knows? But head on over here. You can see Brock all the way over there. If you press the C key, you can actually zoom in a little bit. So you see a Graveler. You've got some different trainers over here. And then there's Brock. All you have to do is walk up to them and you'll initiate the battle. Now, depending on what kind of boss they are, it'll be scaled on what level their Pokemon are going to be. So if you guys take a look over here, my average level right now is probably like around 70-ish. If you think about Magcargo, Kingdra, and Charizard. So they're going to be incrementally stronger. They may be 10 levels higher than your Pokemon average. They may be 20 levels higher than your Pokemon average. So beware that they are not a pushover. So you can go over here simply by going to Warp Gyms. And you're going to go right over to the Gym Hub. That's pretty much how you do that. The different ones, you can do Warp Shop in order to go to the shop. You can do Warp Grinders. There's a whole bunch of warp commands, or if you ever forget them, just go to Warp Spawn, and you can head on over there. You can walk right out. Now, also, one of the things, too, is every Pokemon has their own size, too, which is really fun. Like, this is a microscopic Rattata, or Pygmy, I don't know. But you can see, like, all different sizes of Pokemon. You can find, like, a gigantic one, or you could find a super baby one. Like, you can take a look in the sky. Like, there's some different Pokemon there. You can see them all over the place, which is amazing. There's a Magikarp just flapping around by the water. And you can see another flying Pokemon. They're all over the place. And that's what's beautiful about this game and the server is the fact that this is the closest thing to a 3D Pokemon game, regardless of if you know how to play Minecraft or not. Okay, so we showed you guys Spawn. We showed you guys Move Tutor. Here are some battle arenas in case you wanted to do a battle out in the open. How you battle is that you launch your Pokemon right out over here. And if there's another Pokemon trainer, anyone, you just pretty much launch your Pokemon right directly at their Pokemon, and it'll see exactly like this. So yeah, this guy exactly showed me what's up. Yeah, so there we go. You can decline the battle, and you can go from there. One of the other fun things over here, dun dun dun, huh. This is another area. This is the news and information area. So you can head on inside here, learn a little bit about the game. You can see some different mods. That's kind of cool. I like that. I didn't realize that people have their like little heads over here. I've never kind of explored that, but that's fun. Anyway, so you can explore over there. You can see other news and information. Let's walk over here and see what's up. Okay, boom. Oh, if you pass this point and have... Oh, this is the rule area. That's right. So once you spawn in, you can see all the rules. Be respectful, don't discriminate, all these other rules here. So pretty much common sense, and don't be disrespectful. So once you get out of here, and then you're going to start your adventure. Done. So that's pretty much all that you need to know about Spawn. Spawn's a great place. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Inside Spawn, if you want to use this, you can randomly teleport anywhere on the map. The map is huge. So pretty much walk over here and you will search for a safe location. If it says timeout, you can try it again. Let's see if I can do it. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. So now we're going to warp to a random spot on the map. You can see the coordinates on screen right over here. And yeah, I'm kind of underground. You can turn the brightness settings up all the way, or if you wanted to carry a torch, you can do that. So if you're ever stuck, just jump in, type /spawn, and you'll go all the way back to where you were originally. So you can go to /spawn, you can randomly teleport again if you want to, and maybe you'll go into somewhere cool. Here we go, searching for a random spot. If it doesn't work, then just give it a moment and try again. There may be some issues. So here we go. So this is a pretty cool looking spot. So we're right next to some sort of river, maybe like a river biome, I don't know. And then you could jump with the space bar and you'll be good to go. The wild plains are pretty cool because you can find some wild trainers. And that's also a pretty fun way of getting experience too. This is a level 35 on average trainer. You can see some other wild trainers. And you can probably find some Pokemon too. If you kind of wait around, maybe some Pokemon will spawn out and you can go get them simply by throwing your Pokeball at them. Okay, so let's talk about earning money. Earning money, if you guys can see, let me see, dun, dun, dun. I don't know if it shows right over here, but the more you play on the server, the more money that you're going to get. Simply put, there's two currencies in the game. There's actually dollars. Which if you do /BAL for your balance, you can see how much money you have in game. Now this is not 45,000 real life dollars, absolutely not. It's just dollars in the game. It's not Poké dollars, but it's dollars in the game. So I've got 45,000, and if you guys notice, the longer you play, a little message will pop up that says you've been paid your salary of 20 bucks. Now, that passive salary is how you make money as of right now. They're still working on the jobs plugin where you can mine and fish and everything like that. So at the time, that's one of the ways of doing it. If you beat a random trainer, like let's say, for example, he's got a Caracosta. I've got Charizard. I guess I'll Dragon Claw. Well, maybe I shouldn't have Dragon Clawed. Air Slash would have probably been better. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to beat him up really quick. Shieldon. Okay, totally knocked himself out. Sending out Coughing, Flamethrower him. These guys are all easy. Now you guys can see it said you got a certain amount of Poké Dollars. Now Poké Dollars and dollars are completely different. The only thing that you really are going to use Poké Dollars for is vending machines. So keep that in mind. At the beginning of the game, Moo Moo Milk is probably your best bet as far as recovery items. Potions cost a lot of money, and Moo Moo Milk is something that you use with your Poké Dollars that you get from beating trainers. So simply put, get some Moo Moo Milk, buy it, and then now you have it in here. Pretty cool, huh? Moo Moo Milk, done. So here we go. I'm not so epic. Well, he's chasing after a Pokemon. Anyway, I'll donate this Moo Moo Milk to whoever wants it. Pressing the Q button launches it onto the ground. Anyone can hover over it and pick it up. Okay, so that is pretty much how you earn money. Another way of earning money, which is the main way of earning money, is of course setting an auction. Now I'll show you guys this, simply put. I picked up that Moo Moo Milk. Here you go, dude. Alright, so we're going to give him that Moo Moo Milk. If you come across in the wild a Pokemon that's really, really cool or rare, like let's say out of nowhere in the wild you found a Raichu. Oh, Raichu's not that rare. A Gorobis. Look at that. Gorobis is pretty rare. Who else is pretty rare? Like if you find a Mudkip or a Braixen. I found a Braixen in the wild, which was super cool. I found a Chestnut in the wild. I found an Ivysaur in the wild. And I didn't notice I had a Scyther. Cool. I actually needed one. All right. Or a Pupitar or anything like that. For example, like Clefairy or a Zangoose or a shiny Chandelure, whatever you want, you can actually put it up for auction. For now, I think one that I'm going to auction is going to be this Heracross. So I'm going to put Heracross in my first slot. How about that? So what you can do is you can do /PAUC. Think about it, Pokemon auction. You're going to choose a slot, which is going to be my first slot, right? I'm not going to put the sixth one. So the first slot, and then space, you're going to do how much money you want for it right off the bat. I'm going to say, you know, $500. I found this Heracross. He's pretty cool. He's at a high level. And in case you're like beginner of the game and you see something in auction, you're like, oh my gosh, $500? That's a steal. And then, of course, the next space is going to be the increment of how much you want people to increase the bids. I'm just going to go for 200. So this is PAUC, 500, and 200 for the increment. So press enter. And so now I'm going to successfully list the Pokemon for auction. What happens now is once it's ready, I don't know if I hid the auction. I think I did the option to hide it. I don't remember what the, what is it? Is it show? No, I don't remember. Let me see. I might ask. Here we go. See, like you can ask anyone. What's the option? Actually, you know what? Here, I think I know what I did. Watch. If we go to escape, options, chat settings, commands only, chat shown. So here we go. So now you've successfully done that. Here, I can ask. What's the option to show the auctions? Like I straight up asked before, I'm like, how do you hide auctions? And it was /PA hide, which was really good. And then we're just going to ask right now. How great is that? So let's see. I think you must retype PA hide. PA hide. Boom. Okay, so it was a little bit too late, but PA hide. See, Koopa13 bought my Heracross for $900. Cool. That's another way of making money. So auction messages is now showing. So in case you don't want them, do PA hide. And then now auction messages are hidden. So that's a good way of toggling it on and off. See, and like, see, this is a tutorial where I kind of learned something within the tutorial. That's great. Okay, so that's exactly how you make money. The main bulk of your money is going to be auctioning off your rare Pokemon. If you get into breeding, which I'll show you later on, and you start breeding some purebreds, those will go for thousands of dollars. Okay, so chat settings, I'm gonna go for chat hidden for now. Okay. So now, oh wow, he's got a cool Breloom, looking good. All right, so the next thing that I want to show you guys is Wonder Trading. Wonder Trading is pretty fun. So let's go over here. We're going to Wonder Trade my, I don't know, Crawdaunt. I don't really need it, but go for it. So Crawdaunt's in my first slot. So in order to Wonder Trade, you simply type in / oh, here, maybe I need to not hide that. Okay, so we're going to go commands only. So options, chat settings, commands only, done. Back to game. So here we go, / we're going to do Wonder Trade. Now, there's a shortcut to it, of course. But right now, boom, / Wonder Trade. Oh, here we go. Slot number to give Wonder Trade. Got it. So we're going to do / Wonder Trade 1. Excellent. So, just in case, it says that you got to confirm it. Because if you accidentally choose the wrong slot, then you may lose your Pokemon. So we're going to Wonder Trade. We're going to do / WT1 confirm. Boom. Okay, so now, out of nowhere, I've got a Kabutops. Cool. And so there is a cooldown period of Wonder Trading every time you do it. So we're going to put Kabutops in here. That's actually a better trade than that Crawdaunt. What did I do with my Charizard? Oh, man. Don't tell me I auctioned it. Yeah, I'll look. Oh, here you are. Oh, my gosh. I had a mini heart attack there. I'm like, no, I didn't auction it. But that could happen. It could. You're like, oops, I mistyped. All right. So that's how you Wonder Trade. Good. Now that we know how to Wonder Trade, we're going to move on to our next topic, which is going to be claiming grounds, right? Let's go do that. All right, so I'm going to go back. We're going to do /RTP. Instead of going from spawn over to the random teleporting area, you can do RTP. And once you do RTP, you're going to randomly teleport to an area. And what do you know? I'm deep underground. And I hate teleporting underground, so we're going to go over here. And you can see on the screen right now, it says your salary of 20 bucks has been paid. That happens every so often. Slash RTP again. And we're going to warp. Oh, I'm underwater. And underwater is kind of scary. So you want to keep on holding the spacebar to surface up. And you can see on screen that your air bubbles are slowly draining right now. You can see some underwater Pokemon. It's super dark under the water, which is also kind of cool too. So here we go. We have spawned somewhere in the world where there's a huge amount of water, and you never know what could happen over here. It's just randomly spawned. So we're going to go over to land, and I'm going to show you guys how to make a home. Simply because that's what you want to do, right? You're going to eventually run out of room and space in your on-hand inventory, and you're going to need to build a house and claim it, right? Okay, so now that we're here, we're going to jump on all the way through, and let's see what we can do. Okay, so this looks like a pretty cool area to claim for your house, right? It doesn't really look too flat, though. So let's kind of look around. Oh, a Spinda, cool. It's just a random Spinda hanging out here. So in case I wanted to catch him, I would go. Okay, so let's say that this is the area that you want to claim for yourself. Remember that we showed you guys how to get your items, right? So what we want now is the golden shovel, and I might as well hold on to this pickaxe, because the pickaxe will allow us to pretty much clear the entire area. Like, we don't want any of this grass showing up. So now we're going to make a house. So I'm not the best person at crafting things at Minecraft, nor do I claim to be. I'm a Minecraft novice. But the fact that all the information is online for you, and this video will definitely help you out. So if you did slash kit list, remember I showed you guys that earlier on, you'll have access to different kits. The starter kit will give you a golden shovel, as you guys can see right over there. So golden shovel, we'll escape out of there. Golden shovel, boom. So let's say, for example, I want this to be right here. I would right click it, and this is one corner. Now, if you have to go to the opposite corner of where you want to build your house. So let's say that's your corner over there. I'm going to put the other corner right over here. That this is going to be my claim zone. So now I've officially claimed an area. As you guys can see, anywhere from this golden line all the way through is pretty much claimed by me. So this whole area is my place. It's rather small, so when you guys are building your house, don't build exactly on the claim lines, because then, you know, don't do that. Make your claims a lot bigger. Now, every in-game character has their own amount of claim blocks. You can't claim a massive amount of space and you're like, oh, that's mine. You know, too bad you can't build on it. So anyway, so keep that in mind, and you guys should be good to go. So this is claiming, and once you've already claimed it, you're pretty much good to go. If you want to make it your house, simply put, you type in slash set home. Boom. Okay, so you have already set a home with this name home. Oh, so got it. So if you wanted to set it, you do set home. Let's call it test. Enter. No, here we go. Set home. What is that? Set home H3? Maybe I don't have any more. Yeah, that's probably it. I've got too many homes right now. I don't have enough. I got 3 homes right now. So you would use set home slash set home to set it as your exact home. And wherever you click on set home, that would be the spot where you would warp. So for example, my home is slash home. We would go over there, and then boom, I'm automatically teleported to my area. Oh no, I'm not using that. Hold on, get rid of that here. So here we go. This is my home. This is great. So now, since I'm a VIP, I have access to 3 homes. So I have home HH is my second home, right in front of this awesome haunted house in an episode later on the Let's Play, which is a very cool little nice quaint house with a nice TV over there and some storage chests. So those are some ideas for you. And then, of course, we've got another home. I think it's called Home 2. So we've got another excellent home right over this way. Ta-da! So yeah, this home was built by, I think his username is XThins Jr. It looks awesome. It's got a pool in the backyard. It's really extravagant. I mean, you can do anything in Minecraft. I think there's a flight deck in this area, which is super cool. There's an upstairs area. There's a flight deck for Charizard. And we could just launch Charizard and go out at it. And then there's some apricorn farms. It looks pretty great. So in case you have a home, you can use set home for it. in case you want to help people or have people build onto the home with you, you're going to need to trust them. So all you have to do is type in /trust. Oh, sorry, trust, T-R-U-S-T, and then their username. So whatever name they are, you would just type it in there. I don't really want to trust anyone right now because if you trust them, they could break everything and steal your stuff. So keep that in mind. Be very wary on who you trust. Trust a friend and then just build a house together and go from there. In case you want to delete a home, you would do /del home, and that's another way of doing it. So you would delete a home. Like if I didn't want to warp to my haunted house anymore, I would take that warp away and I could put it anywhere else. And of course, if you don't want to have a claim anymore, you can do /abandon claim. Done. And then you would just simply abandon it and you'd start all over again. So in case you don't like the woods area because the random Pokemon that spawn there are kind of lame, and you find like an extreme hills biome where you can get Larvitar and a whole bunch of other cool Pokemon, you would simply abandon claim and set up claim over there. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my tutorial on making houses, okay? We'll go over crafting a little bit later on. So here we go. We're going to talk to you guys about Pokemon breeding. Let's go back home. I actually just started dabbling into it a little bit. Make sure that if you guys have a home, you learn how to build a door, because if you don't, then people just run into your home and do a whole bunch of stuff. So dabbling into breeding, as you guys can see from over here, the breed... Oh, cool. We got another egg. Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah. It's a little complicated, but it kind of is the same thing as regular Pokemon games. It's about natures, it's about IVs, Destiny Knot, Everstone. There's a lot of it. So if you already know about Pokemon breeding in real Pokemon, this is going to be the same thing, minus the Minecraft elements. Simply put, you need a ranch block, which is this thing right over here. And this will allow you to manage your Pokemon. What 2 Pokemon do you want to start breeding with? So I'm going to claim the egg, as we see over here. And depending on what environment they're in, is really how they're going to breed. Flaffy is an electric type, so electric types like certain amount of tiles. Normal types like Eevee like certain amount of tiles as well, such as wool and cakes. So if you make them comfortable, they will actually breed together, depending on their amount of comfort. So you can see here, Eevee, if you right-click on your Eevee, let me see, I don't know. Yeah, so Eevee falls madly in love with Flaffy every single day. That's like a 2 strength, so that's awesome. That's like the max strength. Flaffy, on the other hand, Flaffy's love for Eevee grows rapidly every day. I think that's like a 1.5 kind of strength. So depending on what strength their affection is will depend on how much or how long it takes an egg to show up. Of course, if you want more information on all that stuff, definitely take a look in the links in the description below, and you can learn all about breeding. Or you can do warp breeding. And warp breeding simply brings you all the way over to the area which teaches you in-game how to do it. So here's breeding intro. Welcome to it. If you need further help, feel free to contact staff, and they're very good to help you. As you guys can see, you can step on these panels here. It requires only 1 item to receive an egg. All you need is a ranch block. Done. And then, of course, depending on the Pokemon, they need an atmosphere. So these dragon types need these diamond blocks, and finding diamond blocks is going to be really, really hard. But, of course, if you have another Pokemon, you may need to switch up the atmosphere, and they may like different things altogether. So those are kind of examples on how you do breeding. So that looks great. So that's exactly how you breed within the game. Destiny Knot to transfer IVs, Everstone to transfer natures. There's a lot to it, so it's pretty deep. So if you guys have some breeding... Oh, there's a wild Electabuzz. Cool. In case you guys like that. Awesome. Okay, so we talked about breeding. I talked to you guys about ride Pokemon already. Crafting is a big thing within the Pokemon community, and especially in the Minecraft community. If you guys take a look inside this area right outside of warp breeding, you can see some recipes on how to build stuff. If you want to build a healer, simply put, you would use these items in the crafting table. In case you wanted to buy a movement plate, you would buy that. Of course, a stick plate. You can buy, or you can craft a lot of good things. And what's awesome about this place is that there's so many recipes just hanging up on the walls. In case you wanted a repeat ball, done. In case you wanted, a fast ball, or whatever this is, a heavy ball. There's so many things that you can craft. Regular Pokeball, done. In this area, it really goes... It shows you pretty much everything that you need to craft within game. There's so many different layers, levels of the building, things that you can get. I think the very top, it shows you the shrines and the orbs. Or I think it's this area. Yeah, here we go. So if you find a shrine, this is a used shrine. If you have an orb, you would fuse it to make... oh yeah, see, here we go. So if you have an orb, which you get in one of your kits, fuse it with like a, I don't know if that's a water stone, you'll get the Orb of Frozen Souls. If you KO X amount of water Pokemon, it'll fill up. And then if you find a shrine, any kind of empty shrine, you'd place that orb in there, and then Articuno would come out. Same thing for the, what is this? Yeah, this is the Lightning Stone, or the Orb of Static Souls. And then there's the Orb of Fiery Souls. So the same thing for Moltres and Zapdos, which I'll have some episodes on that in the future, so stay tuned. Yeah, so those are pretty rare to find. I would just say random teleport and just walk around. You may come across some of them. So yeah, there's so many different crafting recipes. We'll get into crafting in a little bit. But you can see here's the top of the area, looking really cool. And of course, if you have your ride Pokemon, such as Charizard, you could fly around. So I'm going to jump onto him, and whoosh, you can fly around anywhere. And ride Pokemon are also very useful in case you wanted to go underwater. Like Charizard can't go underwater because he's Charizard. And you can see his tail kind of fizzling out over there. That's not good. Sorry, buddy. He's not actually affected by it, but if you have a water Pokemon, such as Kingdra, let's throw Kingdra on the water. So Kingdra's here. You can hop on top of Kingdra, and you can actually go underwater, which is great. So we're going to dive underwater. You can see Magikarp. If you find, you know, like a deep ocean biome, you can go pretty far deep into it. So, and then you could pretty much throw any of your Pokemon at wild Pokemon underwater and then capture them. So it's really fun. I enjoy, like, mounting Pokemon. I really think that it's a really cool way of playing the game. And definitely use spacebar to kind of dive underneath and mess around with it. So even if you didn't start off with Charizard, you can start off with a water type and mount that water type and just go crazy. Okay, so now we're going to go into some advanced techniques that will help you out. So I'm pretty excited for it. Let's go. Let's go back home. We taught you guys how to make a home and set a home so you can warp to it. One of the first things that you're going to need is you're going to need to learn how to craft. And crafting is going to be a little bit tough if you're new to Minecraft. I am new to Minecraft. I don't know how to craft everything under the sun, but the entire wiki has all the information that you need. So, things I don't need. Iron shovel. Yeah, I've got like a little lava pit over here so that I can get rid of stuff really easily. Or you can use a cactus. You can use a cactus block or anything like that. So if you go to equip, you can pretty much click and click outside the area to launch it off of your inventory. So these are the things that I don't need. Don't need that. Don't need bridge mail. Don't need seeds. Don't need an axe. Don't need potions. Don't need an item finder or an orb. I guess I'll hold on to Pokeballs. Lucky eggs are mine. Everstone I'll keep. And you guys can see over here, you can eventually have like little chests that you can keep all your items in, which is great. So we're going to actually put Kingdra over here, and we're going to walk around with our egg to potentially hatch it. Okay. So equip items, I got my items all organized. We've got badges, evolution items, such as the Magmarizer, looking cool. And we're good to go. So the first thing that you want to do is learn how to make a crafting table, okay? So crafting table is going to be pretty good for you. In case you guys didn't know, you can use /kit list. And you can claim your tools that you're going to need. If you click on starter, you can get all those starter tools. Of course, I've used other kits before, and I've got a diamond pickaxe in a very awesome kit. So the very first thing that you're going to need is a crafting table, okay? This is a crafting table here, which allows you to craft 9 items, potentially into something. So there's specific recipes on everything that you want to craft. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. Let's head on over here. Let's turn the door, close that. We're going to go find some wood. So you can find wood by simply going up to any tree with your axe that you got from your starter kit and just left clicking and starting to hack at this thing. Okay, so this is the pickaxe. This is not an axe. So I don't have permission to break that one. Do I have permission to break this one? I don't think so. I think everyone claimed stuff over here. Dang it. How about this one? Maybe that's claimed as well. All right, so you're going to have to find... no, not Magcargo. Get out of here. Let's go Charizard. Let's go find some area where there's some unclaimed trees and find some wood. How about we do that? Just for demonstration purposes. I don't think that anything is claimed over this way, but it may. I don't know. Let's jump on in. So, Ooh, oh man. Okay, that was pretty bad. Charizard, don't be over there. Yeah, I totally jumped off a Charizard. That was funny. And yeah, you can actually die in the game. So we're going to go /home. We're going to go right here. I'm going to be looking for... We're looking for some wood, man. I want to chop this stuff. Alright, Charizard, let's go. Yeah, so don't jump off a high place. So here we go. We're going to... I don't have my axe on me, but I'm going to try to break this with a pickaxe. And I don't have permissions over here. Come on, who's got permissions? How about this? I think this is my community, so everyone's like claimed stuff. Okay, you know what? Not that big a deal. You guys get the point, right? So let's go /home. Okay, now that that's all sorted out, I'm going to show you guys how to make Pokeballs. And making Pokeballs is going to be super easy to do so. Simply put, you'll need 3 necessary things. You're going to need the crafting table, you'll need the furnace, and of course an anvil. I'll show you guys how to build all that stuff from scratch. It's going to be great. So first things first is getting that wood that I showed you guys earlier, right? Randomly teleport to some forest area, find some trees, cut them down, gain the wood, you'll be good to go. Of course. So wood looks exactly like this, right? So you have wood. All you have to do is put it in your crafting area on hand, and the output is going to be oak wood planks. Pretty easy. You grab a whole bunch by keep on clicking on top of them, and you'll be good to go. So as you guys can see over here, we turned wood into wood planks. Easy. So now that we have wood planks, what we need to do is use our wood planks in 4 different spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can use that by right-clicking into that area. So now that we've used 4 wood planks, you can use a crafting table. So we're going to get the output of the crafting table, put it in our inventory, put these guys back, and we're good to go. So grab this, put it in your hotbar, scroll over to it, and voila, you have a crafting table just like I have right over here. The crafting table allows you to use 9 different materials in order to make one thing. So that is awesome. Our next thing that we want to do is making a furnace. Now, you're going to need cobblestone for that. Cobblestone is something that you can get simply by mining. Go underground, go into the wild with your pickaxe and just dig underneath you. Don't dig straight down or else can't get back up. But, or land in the fire. But anyway, dig around, you'll come across some cobblestone. Now, what's cool about cobblestone is that you can put it into the crafting table over here, right-click to drop some off, and if you put them all in a circle or a square with an empty spot in the middle, you can essentially get a furnace. So that's exactly how you get a furnace, just like that. Put that in your hotbar, boom. Click on this, and what do you know? You got 2 furnaces. Look at this. I got one here, and I got one here. So with the furnace, it does need a heat source. So a good heat source would be the wood planks that you just made. So put your wood planks into there, and you're good to go. If you have any leftover cobblestone, you can throw your cobblestone into there, and while it's working, it'll make you some stones, just like this. We're going to need that for a little bit later. Okay, so the very next thing that we want to do is make an anvil. Okay, one of the things that you want to do in order to make an anvil is, okay, we're gonna withdraw the stone, is use the iron ore. Remember, I told you guys about mining before. If you're underground, I'll give you guys a quick example. If you guys are underground, I've got a little basement over here, and you see some little speckles on top of a block, you can mine that, and you'll most likely get some pretty cool ore. You see some speckles over here. You can kind of peer down and see some... Oh, man, what is that? Yeah, that could be some speckles over here. I don't know if that's gold or iron. You can see some other speckles over here. So you want to aim for those kinds of things, and once you get them, you'll be good to go. So we're going to jump right back up, back to the tutorial. So you'll need some cobblestone. You'll need some iron ore in order to make an anvil. Okay, here we go. Whoop. We're going to jump right back up, and voila. So, now that we have the iron ore, we're going to put our iron ore into the furnace. Simply by right-clicking on that. Give it a second, sometimes it takes a while. So, iron ore, we're going to put inside the furnace and watch it burn. So, the output of an iron ore, along with the furnace fuel, is going to be iron ingots. And we're going to use these iron ingots to pretty much build an anvil. So while that's burning some more iron ingots for us, we are going to build an anvil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to need 8 of them in this formation in order to build an anvil. Cool, huh? So now that we got our anvil, I'm going to throw the anvil right over here inside the house, put it on the hotbar, right-click onto it. and you're good to go. So now you've got the 3 main tools that you need in order to start crafting some Pokeballs. Because as you know, slash, hold on, let me turn, I don't think I got to put commands back on. Chat, commands only. As you guys know, buying Pokeballs is expensive. Slash, warp shop. So if you warp over to the shop, you can see over here that these Pokeballs are pretty expensive with in-game money. 150 bucks. You start off with 500 bucks. Great Ball, 12 of them, 150 bucks. 8 of them for 150 bucks. And well, you can't craft a Master Ball, but still, if you wanted 8 Ultra Balls, what's more cost effective? You using your actual in-game money or building them yourselves by gathering materials? It's up to you guys. Whatever you have time for. So we're going to use slash back, which is another really good one. So slash back allows you to warp back to the spot that you went to. So while that thing's cooking, we're going to leave our house, close the door so no one goes in. And I've got an apricorn farm right over here. And as you guys can see, it's got a bunch of fun different apricorns. So we're going to grab them here. We got the black ones. Now you can potentially build any kind of Pokeball. You can build some blue-looking Pokeballs. The recipes are all online. There's going to be a link in the description that you guys can actually read up and find the recipes for whatever Pokeball you want. So I'm going to, for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to teach you guys how to build Ultra Balls because Ultra Balls have a really good capture rate. So you'll need black and yellow apricorns. You can find apricorns in the wild. And of course, if you do have one apricorn, you can honestly just build an apricorn area just like this. It's going to be great. You can put an apricorn anywhere you want. I can put an apricorn right here. Boom. And then that thing eventually is going to grow into an apricorn tree, a yellow one at that. So now that we've gone and found some apricorns to our liking, close the door, we will indeed put them in the furnace. So let's take a look and see what's cooking. In the time that we were picking apricorns, we got 12 iron ingots, which is great. So iron ore is going to come out. Now instead of using iron ore inside the furnace, we're going to actually cook the apricorns. So jump into there. We've got some yellow apricorns that are going to be cooking right now. I am going to turn off the chat just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so now the yellow ones are cooking in there. While we were talking, I was honestly cooking black ones over here. So I've got some black ones that I've cooked. And as you guys can see, I ran out of fuel over here. And I don't have any more oak wood planks. So this guy is probably not going to get cooked for some time. So remember, if you guys forget how to make oak planks, you can just oak wood and just take them out. Boom, 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 boom. Now I've got 60 of them. And that's a great amount of fuel. You can find coal too. Coal burns a little bit slower. So there you have it. We've got 37 black apricorn. And now we have 3. Well, actually, we've got 24 cooked yellow apricorn. All you really need is yellow and black apricorns for the Ultra Balls. Now, here comes the fun part, is using the anvil. Remember I told you guys about kit list? Hold on. That's actually, if you press K, you'll actually open up the site. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So let's see. If you don't have the chat on, just type in kit list and you'll get your hammer out of there. So I've got a hammer on me right now. We'll use that. We'll also use, I think we're good with that. So one of the first things that you want to do is you want to build the bottom portion of the Pokeball, which is the lid, or the base, whatever you want to call it. So with the lid, all we have to do is go into the crafting table. We got a lot of iron ingots. You have to just put 3 of them in a row. That's as simple as that. Or if you want to just put multiple ones over there, you can consistently grab them. So by doing that, we now have an iron disc. So now that we have 10 of these guys, and we have our hammer, all we have to do is aim for this area right over here on the anvil while holding an iron disc, and we're going to place it on there. And scroll down to our hammer, and we're going to pound this thing into shape. Pounding. Pounding. And of course, it should take shape after a little bit. So now we've done that, we can throw another iron disc over there, and we're going to pound it with a hammer. Okay, and then do the exact same thing the entire time with your hammer. Boom, 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 boom. And now what you're making is you're making iron bases. And the iron bases are really good because that's exactly the bottom half of a Pokeball. So rinse and repeat, depending on how much time you have. It's actually a manual process, turning iron discs into iron lids. So taking a look, or into iron bases. So we have iron discs that turn into bases here. So we are kind of halfway with the equation. One of the other things that you want to do now is craft the top of your Pokeball. Of course, since we have cooked apricorns, we are going to go black, yellow, black. Boom. So if we do black, yellow, black, we can actually grab a bunch of these Ultra Ball discs. So as you guys can see, every time you click on it, it uses all the cooked apricorns that you have in order to give you all these discs, which is looking great. So now we've got 18 of these Ultra Ball discs, which is excellent. I'm going to put the Ultra Ball disc in our party, or in our hotbar, and move on over to this. So it's the same concept. If you throw the Ultra Ball disc right over here, we have to pound it into shape. So there we have it. So hit that about 4 times, place another one, scroll up, and just rinse and repeat. So now you're turning the Ultra Ball discs into the top of the Pokeball, which looks awesome. It's really cool, man. Like, this is legit making Pokeballs from scratch. Now, I mean, we saved a lot of money simply by rounding up items that we've normally just find and just going from there. So you save money. Done. Okay, so now that we have the Ultra Ball lid and we have the iron base, we're going to need a button. We're going to need a button for the beginning here. So all you have to do is, remember I told you guys if you put a cobblestone inside the furnace, you'll get a stone out. So if you put a stone over here, you're going to get a button. Ta-da! So that's really all you need is just put a stone over into here. You'll sacrifice a stone and turn it into a button. So now you have that. So now, I think we're done. All you have to do is put the Ultra Ball lid up, button in the middle, and iron base in the bottom. Boom! And you now have an Ultra Ball. Of course, since I only have 2 buttons, I can only grab 2 of them from here, which is great. So we got our lids, we got our tops. This is awesome. So voila, you made a very own Ultra Ball. Now, of course, like I said before, you can find out everything you want simply by finding the recipes for stuff. If you want to find out how to make a great ball, simply put it in your hand. If you have it in your hand and you press the K key on your keyboard, we're going to actually shift over here. The pixelmonmod.com /wiki tells you everything that you need to know. If you're wondering about any kind of crafting, how do I do this? How do I craft that? What's that made out of? You can literally do that. So here we go. It shows you the exact same thing. You're going to need a blue, red, and blue, and it's going to be cooked. Of course, you're going to need a button and, of course, a base. That's really fun. So keep that in mind. If you want to search for anything, like if you want to do Premier Ball, P-R-E-M-I-E-R, ball, you could search in here. And what do you know? You can see that it's pretty easy. It's white, red, white. Let me move my head a little bit here, or not. Yeah, it's white, red, white. That's how it goes. It's anything. Whatever you find in the wild. I don't know. You could do Destiny Knot for breeding. In case you're wondering about it. Page title matches. Destiny Knot. Okay, so you got to find some string. And you're going to find these little red things, which is great. So I'm like, okay, well, where are these red things at? Rose red? How do I get rose red? Oh, you find tulips, and you put them in the crafting recipe for it. Or it's like, how do I get string? Okay, string, you can see they drop from Pokemon. So in case you are, I don't know, Volcarona or Weedles or Caterpies, they'll drop some string for you. I don't know if you could straight up craft it. Yeah, it says, obtained as drops from several wild bug-type Pokemon. Use it to craft many different items. Oh, dude, you can make an assault vest with that. That's great. I didn't know that. So if you find whatever this item is, I don't know what this is. It's a chest plate. So you can find a chest plate by finding leather. Okay, so that's cool. So you put the leather in the crafting table just like that. And, or hold on, what chest plate? Diamond chest plate? Oh, you can do different things. Got it. So different leather, different chest plates. That's cool. That's very cool. So now you know how to do assault vest. What is this one? This is bright powder. Okay. This is also a soothe bell. This is soft sand. What is this? Safety goggles. What's this? An old rod. You can do an air balloon. You could do a whole bunch of stuff with the Pokemon wiki. The wiki's great. I'm telling you guys. Like seriously, that's really one of the things that I really enjoy about Pixelmon. It's that. Like, I may not know all the recipes. I'm not a Minecraft expert, but the fact that in case you come across something like a, I don't know, anything, you can put it in your inventory, press the K key on your keyboard, and it'll open up a help list for you. So that's really good. Okay, so that pretty much concludes my Minecraft beginner's guide. I hope you guys really enjoyed it because there's a lot to learn with it. And I really wish that I learned all this stuff before I started playing Minecraft. Like, one of the most important things is the kits, man. I'm telling you. Like, using /kit list, dropping $8 at the beginning into the shop, getting access to all the kits at the beginning, it makes it so much more fun. So that's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to continue on with even more Minecraft Pixelmon with your help and support. So in case you guys didn't already, smash the like button, share the video with a friend, and of course, binge watch our entire Let's Play series. It's super fun. You guys can see that the next episode in this playlist is me starting off into Minecraft without all this knowledge over here. So it's a little bit rough because I'm like a novice at it. But as you go along, I'm going to learn all this stuff along with you guys. You guys can see the newest video on my channel here, and of course some recommendations there. If you guys know of any other kind of tips and tricks, feel free to leave them into the comments below so that more people can read them and then learn things that maybe you wish you would have learned when you were starting off in Minecraft Pixelmon. So I'm looking forward to reading all your comments and seeing you guys on the server. Make sure you guys download it, and of course, yeah, subscribe for even more. Take care.